Hello, my name is Norbert Baum. I'm working here in the Swiss Laboratory for Doping Analysis as certifying scientist, and I'm in charge of the routine work organization. FIFA this year has decided to test all the players of the 32 teams that are involved in the FIFA World Cup 2014. So they started in March this year, and then this program finished 2 weeks ago, just right before the start of the World Cup. And then in competition, so FIFA stick to the rules. That means they are testing 2 players per team per game. Each player is tested for urine and blood samples. So we receive basically for one game 4 players times 5, so that means 20 samples. Our day starts at about 3 p.m. This is the time at which we receive the samples from Brazil, and then we organize the work here with a lot of people in order to receive the samples, check all the paperwork, to register these samples in our database, because we are of course in charge of the chain of custody for these samples. And then we have the distribution process, during which we distribute all the A samples in different aliquots. These aliquots are used for different kind of analysis. So one is used, for example, for EPO research. Another one is used for anabolic steroids detection, and another one is also used for stimulant diuretic narcotics. And this last one is mostly prepared by dilute and shoot methods. That means that we just take a very small amount of volume of urine, and then we dilute it with some buffer, and then we inject it straight in LC-MS instrument. And then during the night, the analyses are running on the machine, on the instruments, and when we arrived in the morning, the next morning at about 7-8 a.m., so our work is to have a first reading of the data, and we have a second reading, which we call the validation of the data, and then we can validate the results within our database and publish the analytical report, which will be sent then to FIFA. We have a very special instrument which is called the Q Exactive Plus, and this instrument is mainly used for anabolic steroids long-term metabolites, which we can detect in urine for about 40 days. So of course these technologies are very precious for us because of the selectivity of this technology and also the sensitivity. So these 2 parameters are very important for anti-doping analysis, because we need a very, very low sensitivity, because we need to detect traces of forbidden substances which are on the forbidden list of the World Anti-Doping Agency. And the selectivity is also very important, as we have to be sure that if we detect any forbidden substances, this is the right one. Up to now, we are mainly focused on targeted analysis, which means that we know what we are looking for in samples. As WADA is publishing every year for forbidden list, this list is not exhaustive, but we know what we need to search in the biological samples. The other approach, which appear with the advance of the biological passports, is what we call the metabolomics. So that means we analyze urine or blood samples for unknown products, and we are looking for markers that could arise after doping, for example with testosterone or any other forbidden substances.